Hello and welcome to Roll to One. I'm Jaden Arnold. We're playing a game. It's Monster of the Week. It's not D&D. If you like D&D, stick around because this is super fun and we're having a great time, and I hope you can learn this new game along with us. So without further ado, let's get ready for tonight's episode of Whispers of Old Harbor. All right, tensions are high. We're in the middle of a combat situation. However, I will slightly recap what happened. You guys were waiting down at the sunset in this cabin in the woods looking for Ezekiel Collier, the lost fisherman, at the behest of the dog that I have forgot about.
Lori.
But the
She's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing has happened.
She's underneath the table.
Yes.
I will resolve that for you attention-paying listener. But anyway, you guys are attempting to kind of figure out what's going on here. You've learned that it's some sort of shadow entity with a long tentacle where its legs should be and no face where a face should be. But anyway, it has attacked you guys. You figured out that light allows you to obviously see it, and that's a very important component that you guys have managed to make one half of the room lit, which is brilliant. And then the monster has come your way several times. We've witnessed it lash out with its tentacled leg and smash into people and do a lot of damage. We've also witnessed just looking at the thing inflicts damage upon your psyche, your physical essence, taking some of that damage. So anyway, we are now at the precipice of this being's potential demise, as now Harry Henderson has fired a single shot at this creature, and Sammy is unconscious. So
He's
unstable. My bad. He's unstable. Yeah, that's the rules.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you. So you fire.
Yeah, and before we ended last time, I did roll double sixes, and then I have a +1 tough, so I will deal double damage. And is its mouth still open?
So he punches the right hook, kind of shifting it your way. As it gets closer, or bang, it just smashes its like situation, and you see kind of a wisp in this moment. But instead of wisping like you'd expect, the bullet flies through its face into the maw, seemingly going on into it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And you see this creature like, and it rips itself in two. It wisps in eternal darkness. And you wait a few seconds, waiting, and the creature is dead.
Wow.
I need help.
Okay, Charlie, seeing that Sammy's on the ground, hobbles over and...
That's 12 harm the creature took? 12 harm?
Yes. Yeah. Overall took, because we were at 8, and then my shot was 2 double damage, 4. Yeah, 12.
Great.
Hobbles over and takes the mummy hand that had been wrapped in bandages, which are now currently wrapping his wound, and like does like an Indian burn to the arm over his wound, and says something, and he will heal 1 harm. He will try and heal 1 harm for Sammy.
Are you doing magic to do that? Okay.
Interesting.
He's going to see if he can use magic to heal you.
That'll be 8 total.
So use magic.
Success, but a weird effect. So either a glitch or...
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So either So wait, you choose your effect, which is heal 1, and then it has a glitch. I'll decide based on that list. Okay, I see. Okay. Charlie, how are you looking?
How am I looking? I've got 2 wounds. I'm looking quite rough. I am hobbling.
Okay, you have 2 wounds. Good to know. So as you kind of like Indian burn his leg, you strangely in this moment call back to some of your research into the occult, and you utter a word in this ancient Egyptian tongue, calling upon the mummy's wrappings. This pharaoh at one time seemingly had a gift that you remember taking these from that strange store that you went to. Anyway, in that moment, the bandages seem to absorb some of that, and then you recognize, oh yeah, you take the damage that you save him from.
Oh.
So you take 1 harm.
So you
You
get 3.
are healed
You're
1.
at 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's not unstable.
No.
He takes that
We're both
harm.
at 3 then. And he's at 3.
Yep. So he's.
I'm
You're
fine.
the only one.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
And as the dust settles on his wound and kind of absorbs into his wound, I'm like, how's that feeling now?
Good, I'm gonna take a nap.
I think you. Yeah, good to know. Cool. So you got like lashed in the back. Does anybody observe what's going on here? You did the healing. So you walked up and you said you Indian burned, but you can't necessarily Indian burn his back.
No, he did
the
the-
No,
mummy
to the
hand.
hand.
The mummy hand. Yeah.
To make dust.
You
that
make the
falls
dust
on
and
it
you
to
like
heal him.
sprinkle
Yeah.
over as he's kind of on the ground. You turn him over and sprinkle this kind of on his back. You see his back is not. His clothing is fine.
Yeah.
So you like had to like pull up his jacket and you see obviously this ripped, shredded back. But anyway, you see the wound is like.
How does
it's-
Catherine feel about that?
She is
My
his
cousin.
cousin.
She's right.
Which
I
I
don't know if we've talked about
which
it.
I
Why?
They don't know
listen,
that, though.
this
Oh.
is
we
1920s,
know
but we're
that,
not
yeah.
in
We know
Kentucky.
this.
We're in Delaware.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kentucky, Alabama. I mean,
Sorry, Alabama.
or Indiana. Oh no, wait. People,
Hey.
people still do that. Anyway, yeah, we know people that are definitely married to their cousin, and it's a real thing, and it's super bizarre, and it bothers me. But you know what? If it doesn't bother you,
Great.
live your life.
Yeah.
So,
Moving on.
so.
Yeah, thank you, Rob.
But anyway, you see the wound is almost like a dark ravine seems to go on into his body. It's like a deep crack in the concrete on his back, and as you sprinkle your dust in there, you see like kind of the shadow essence emerge from these crevices and go into you, and you take some of that biting cold damage within your body that we've resolved. And now you like kind of like are no longer unstable, obviously, but like that's kind of what we witnessed, right? Like it wasn't something that was just simple, and now this crack looks more like a scar and less like a ravine.
And I will observe that Charlie is taking care of Sammy, and I will check on Catherine.
Yeah,
Since-
because I also got hit in the back.
Yeah, you mean you don't need first aid,
No.
but you see that her wound is similar to his scar, and that it is like bubbled, but it looks like if you took a really very instant 3rd-degree burn that instantly healed over into scar tissue.
Ugh. Yikes.
It wasn't
Yeah.
pretty.
So there's nothing that we can necessarily do to
And you
first aid it right now.
You also, scientific method-wise, have no idea how this is going to heal.
Right.
And once Charlie gets done healing Sammy, he just goes, "You're welcome." Again. And
And then
Again?
walk and go sit down at
What's
one
up?
of the dining room chairs.
Okay. So it is nightfall, or actually midnight now. It's midnight.
yeah.
You guys killed the creature before midnight,
Right.
and
Yeah.
you're just here.
Great.
Um,
Let's go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I will say the back half of the room, the spillover from the light, finally moves into that side of the room.
Okay.
So regular lighting now.
Slowly moves over to that side of the room as the creature dies. So it is a well lit space now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm.
Where's the dog?
You see the dog is just still asleep over there by the fireplace.
Unbothered.
Lori just slept through
Like
that.
you
all?
go and touch her,
Both
and
of my
she's
dogs.
like
Both of my dogs would be that same way.
like
They
big
would have
big
not
open mouth
moved.
yawn, and then just
Three
goes back down.
345 shots. Don't wake. Good for her. Good for that.
I'll tell you that
She's old.
I can improv whatever I want.
Oh no, I know.
That's an
I'm
old
gonna
hound
lay on
dog.
the couch.
She's used to that.
Lay on the couch.
Also, it's a park ranger and there's
Yeah.
hunting, and yeah, it's not.
Lay on
yeah.
the couch and go to sleep.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna check on Charlie and Catherine just to see if there's anything else I can do. And it's like, you guys okay? You guys need anything right now? Anything I can help with your wounds? They look kind of nasty.
Honestly, just leave that be. I need some water.
Okay.
Other than that, because that took a lot out of me.
Yeah. How about you, Catherine? Are you doing okay?
I think I just need to rest.
Okay. Well, I will stay up. I will keep watch. Based on the lighting and all that, I'm gonna guess we're okay, but one of us needs to stay up and watch. So since that lug over there fell asleep immediately, I will take first watch.
Sammy's not asleep yet, with his eyes closed and kind of lay back. He'll be like, "Yeah, you had coffee at 10 p.m. Of course you can stay up all night."
Nice. That's good. Right there. That's
Oh, that works. I was like, Catherine, I would offer you the couch, but it's already taken.
That's all right.
Um,
I'll sleep near the dog.
just like on the carpet.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are all at significant harm. We can just wrap
Yeah.
up the night if you'd like me to.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So as the night concludes, the sun rises. It's beautiful, lovely, and the day is yours. You were told, of course,
heal one?
yesterday to follow your whim. That is the only clue that remains in your mind.
Do we heal one when we sleep?
You heal all of your
Yeah, you go back.
unstable wounds. It is like a long rest in D&D. You are back to normal.
Normal.
Now,
So
if you're
it is-
beyond that, you require a hospital visit.
So it is now.
Morning.
It's now the morning, Sunday the 17th. Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
Whew, I feel great.
All right.
Wait, hold on. 1 to 3 harm wounds improve when you receive first
think
aid,
you
and
heal.
later when you rest. Heal 1 when you do. Unstable wounds require first aid to become stable. While unstable, they may get worse. So, you
So-
may still have your harm, you just are stable.
It also sounds like
It
you
says heal
heal.
one when you rest, so I think
Yeah.
we're
So
all
everyone.
done.
So everyone's at 2.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know what? If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, and then I'll fix it next time.
Yeah.
So
All
we're
right.
gonna go ahead and go with fully healed.
So
No.
2.
No, two.
Okay.
So we're waking up at dawn, or I will wake everyone up at dawn.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
morning.
Hey guys, let's get up. We need to get back. And
Hey, you wanna piggyback ride on the way back?
Sunday morning.
you talking to me there, Sam?
I mean, yeah, you stayed up all night.
That's
That's a semi-serious request.
I appreciate it, but I was sipping on the cold coffee throughout the night, so I'll be good till we get back.
All right.
If anything, I offer it to Catherine. Be a gentleman if you can.
No, thank you.
All right, you offered.
You offered, not me.
I was trying to make you look good. All right, let's get
I got a fiance,
let's get
thank you.
going. Charlie, do you want to lead the way back since you're gonna kind of be our?
Aren't we supposed to be looking for this guy?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about him.
Yeah, like we
Oops.
gotta find him.
Whole
We gotta
reason
find
we're
him.
out here.
I completely forgot about that. Hey, we just fought a monster. I saw magic yesterday. I don't know what's going on.
Are you a
anymore.
detective? No, I'm just
All right.
So,
So-
bar that, you guys are outside.
Yeah.
You step out into the open air. It's beautiful,
Is there?
clear morning in the fall, and you hear the stream river.
Are there any clothes of the man
Uh-huh.
in his house?
That's exactly what I was about to ask. If there was any of Zeke's personal effects that we could have Lori sniff out.
Well, okay. So Lori is, yeah.
So like
the
a
answer
pair
is
of fishing
yes.
waders
The answer is
or
yes.
whatever.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'll go.
Smell you, dog.
I'll have the waiters or whatever piece of clothing be like, hey, Lori, sniff or whatever, sniff.
Search?
Command.
Yeah. Like, hey, let's go find him, and hopefully she will.
I will help out with that.
Yes.
No, you're not helping out.
I can't pet the dog.
She's not. She's not another hunter.
Oh no, I'm helping him.
Oh, you're helping him?
Yeah.
Helping him help her?
command- Yeah.
No. There's no harm to be exposed to or trouble, so it's no. So you basically, she goes and sniffs. She goes down to the dock. You watch her follow down there, step in her little paw prints in the mud, and then you get to the edge of this dock, and she just looks downriver.
So it must have vanished in the water.
Looks downriver.
So
Okay.
let's follow the river back to where we're going and just keep an eye on
Did
it.
Just
we-
towards the
did-
cabin, or towards the park ranger.
Oh, okay. All right, so
What's
since Lori seems to be looking downriver where we came from, so let's just follow her, and I'll keep the shirt or whatever piece of clothing just in case she needs the scent again. Charlie, let's have you be in front since you have the injured leg, and I'll bring up the rear just to make sure everything looks good.
Okay. Oh, he just kind of looks at you and he goes, "I don't think there's any lions that are going to come after me, but okay." And
I'm not worried about lions.
And I take the
So y'all walk. You're in front. The rest of you guys are kind of together here, but you move downriver. Careful to eye the river the whole time, and you get where the river kind of hits the pipe drainage over the town proper, over the almost city, and you look down and it kind of runs in your mind underneath the city towards the city. I mean, it's with the freshwater system. It's all kind of tied together here, but anyway, the drainage clearly goes somewhere into maybe a reservoir or a cleaning facility or something like that. But
Do we have enough knowledge or any to know that to know if there's like a grate in between this point?
yeah, there was definitely. I mean, like I said, it kind of runs off into this big pipe that has a grate over it.
Should we check the grate?
Well, I'm gonna check in with Lori again, kind of see what she's, like, just kind of see where she's going, see if she's still following the scent towards where it goes under the city or if it goes into the woods.
Yeah, she walks back over towards the park rangers area, which is again on the way. It's all next to each other.
Okay.
As you're heading, like, it's sort of one direction. We're headed back now south-ish towards the park ranger station.
She's still tracking the scent.
She's moving in that direction
Okay.
and smelling the ground. Her ears dragging back, and she gets kind of towards this drop off, and as she stops there. I mean, make an animal handling check. Like, no, you can't interpret what the dog is thinking. Like, it's just,
Right. Okay.
it just stops right there at the edge.
I look over at Catherine and I'm like, you've lived here for a while, and you've been here before. Do you know where this runoff runs to? Like, where, like, what this leads to or anything?
Oh, I haven't been here since I was a kid.
Or maybe
I
we
will take my suit. I'll take my button down on. I have that tank top on or whatever, and then go over and try to see if I can feel in front of the grate if there's a way. Can I do that, or is that middle of the river?
It would be in, like, so basically I'm imagining, just so that you can be on my page, I'm imagining the river goes downhill, and basically at the top of this river, at this hill crest, is where this cabin is. Immediately to your left, you would see the park ranger station, this building with a car parked out front. And then down the pathway that kind of winds, you would have seen kind of where the bookstore is over off to the right, and he kind of keeps going down and towards the city proper. Right, and then obviously to the side, you'd see like the Sinclair Promenade and all those major important locations. As you keep going in, there'd be the fishmonger's plants and all those things. But you're seeing that. You're seeing kind of the whole city from where you are. But as you kind of, that hill crest kind of goes down, and it becomes a cement drain. Right, and that cement drain kind of not pours from the river, because the river obviously is going to get smaller as it needs to and all these things, but like, it basically, as you get closer edge and edge to where you are, the river kind of curls and goes off to the side, but Lori stops where some of that river is poured into a drainage.
Okay.
And that would go down to this cement pipe and
Right.
and
Okay,
goes
yeah,
down.
yeah.
So it's not like stealing all the water, but there's enough that like you can see us like a
It's like an overflow to keep water from going into the town.
like an ankle deep water drainage
Yeah.
place
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
that would go downhill towards something.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna go over to where she is, go to that thing, and just kind of see what there is to see.
Yeah, like I said, you're still at the hilltop crest. Do you want to go downhill and go towards the grate system?
Yeah.
If that's where Lori is leading us, I'm gonna trust the dog.
Sure. You guys head down.
Or does everyone want to go
That's
down?
where
or?
I want.
Yeah.
If you guys say you're going there, Charlie's probably going to be like, I'm going to talk to the park ranger and see if he has an idea of where that drain leads off to, if that's where the dog's going, because we're going to need to know where that exits out at.
Okay. Sounds good.
So Charlie goes to speak with, what's his name? Franklin.
Yeah.
Franklin Castro.
Yep.
Yep. All right, so you talk to Franklin. You head on in, and he like shoots up out of his chair. Not that he was like asleep or anything, but you just the first thing he's seen this morning. And he goes, "Yeah, hello."
We're still. He sees me like bloody ankle, beat up, and all kinds of crap come in, and he goes,
I forget his accent right now. Off the top of my head.
We're still
What?
out there taking a look for that Zeke fellow that you said was missing. Your hound has led us to the overflow system for the river. Do you know where that leads out to?
Well, yeah, it heads. I think he was southern, wasn't he?
I think so.
What? I don't.
Man, let me know in the comments how bad of a DM I am. No, I've been. Yeah,
You're a keeper.
Sure. That's it. I'm a keeper.
Hey.
Am I?
I was about to say that's a matter of opinion.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh man. All right, so. All right, so we're talking to him, and basically he lets you in on that information. He tells you that that's, if he was to run down that, the water must have been high, because it doesn't make sense that there would be anything down there.
Yeah.
Because a body couldn't float through that.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be better off checking downriver. What do you mean you're headed down there? That's kind of the vibe that he gives you.
Okay.
I like that.
Yep. I'm like, so I just kind of look at him and I go, okay, thanks for that insight. And I go ahead and exit, and I let them know that information as well, that he wouldn't have been able. If there had been high water, he would not have been able to fit through the grate, so he would have had to have gone down further downstream than that point. So Lori stopping there is a bit odd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're headed downhill. You catch up with them. You let them in on that information, but Lori continues to push onward down the hill, down the cement kind of tube.
Just following the dog.
Yeah, we're just following the dog, being careful, and yeah.
Yep. So you get down towards this large grate. It's about 8 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a half circle sticking out of what seems to be pretty sewagey water. Kind of like stagnant water. It's kind of gross. It doesn't smell great, but it's clearly like Charlie had guessed. It's water drainage, and it's designed to help the town get a little more water, a little more clean water, but also to help with the runoff of the river. And so as you kind of get towards this area, you could investigate further from where your current vantage point, though. You just get this stagnant water view. If you want to wade in the water, then you can. I just thought of the song. Did you?
Yes.
and you go down into the water. You could find out more.
I would like to wade in the water.
Okay.
I'm going to keep my busted ankle out of this mess.
I'm not going in the water.
All right. So you may roll to investigate a mystery.
Great.
And I think you guys do have written down that you can ask a random question.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because when we're not in a monster situation, those questions don't pertain.
Right.
Oh,
Mark's experience, but he gets in the water. Won't call it a ruined attempt, but I will call it a ruined pair of pants.
Maybe a ruined pair of shoes. And
I mean, I don't know what he took off, but
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
My suedes. Oh no.
And
they swim in your
No, thank
pants.
you.
Keep them on.
I did. I'm
And
just kidding.
as he is walking around in the stagnant water and making a fool of himself, as Sammy usually does, I will just keep an eye on Lori, kind of see what she's doing.
Just kidding.
pulls the gun.
The dog does stop at the water and then like looks up at you, and as you like feed her not feed her, but like show her
Yeah.
the smell, she smells again, and then like looks back over towards the grate and then looks up.
Okay.
Smart dog.
So
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's, not
Yeah.
it's like a sort of on
Smart
repeat.
dog.
yeah.
situation,
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
dumb
She's
dog.
old, remember?
Yeah, she's
She's old.
experienced.
Her nose might not work if she didn't
Nah,
wake
she's
during.
I thought she was young.
No, her ears may not work.
I thought she was an
Her-
old dog.
her
I don't remember what I
nose
said.
I thought she was
But it
really
could
young.
be.
I thought she was a puppy.
No.
No.
No, it was an old dog. I thought I
It's
said.
old lady.
She's experienced.
Yeah,
She's
she
an
got
old
some date
lady.
on her.
So
What was she eating fruits?
Stop it. All right, so we're out in front of the grate.
yeah, right.
And an attempt to investigate has been foiled by. First of all, it's just gross, and you couldn't think of anything else.
right. So when I see that Sammy doesn't do anything, but Lori seems to still think that it's going on, I will sigh. I will take off my shoes or boots and all that, and I will also wade in.
All right, so you wade in. Either your socks or feet touch against the concrete, and you get in there. Go ahead and roll to investigate a mystery.
Can I help out at all or no?
Yeah, no, you investigate it. Sorry.
I think I used up all my luck last time. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you are looking into this water, and whatever Lori smells, sees, it's just not worth the trouble. at
Catherine,
this
we
point.
need one more pair of eyes, please.
No.
Is the grate flat on the ground? Like that
No, he
it's
said it's like
running
a
off into,
dome.
or is it, okay,
It's a
so
circle,
like, okay.
and then half of it is filled up, and that's what they're waiting in.
Got you,
And so
okay.
I said it's like a half circle of grate above the water.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So the human could fit in this thing. It's like 8 feet tall. Like I said, it's a
Okay.
circle.
Is it barred?
8. Yeah, it's like
Okay,
there's like
okay,
a there's
okay,
like a
okay.
Grill,
yeah.
You gotcha. Okay.
I look at it and I go, if Frank, Mr. Castro back there said that there had to have been high water to move anything down this way. So I have a feeling if he did go in there, end up in there, he's not going to be right here. So we need to find out where this leads to, and he'll probably be further down, not right at the entrance.
I mean, I don't think a human body could fit through this. Could he?
If it's not a whole human body, it can.
It's true.
You saw what we saw last night.
I don't know what we saw last night.
Well, let me tell you, it hurts, and I hold up my ankle. And I said, so if that thing got a hold of him and did everything it possibly could have, he'd be able to fit through this grate.
Okay. Well, I don't think we'll be able to figure out anything else right here. So let's head back up to talk to Mr. Castro again, see if we can get any more information, and then we're gonna need to sleep. I've been up all night. I'm gonna need at least a couple hours of sleep, and you guys need to get your wounds taken care of.
All right.
What?
I can carry you.
No, Sammy, that's just gonna be weird.
So around this time, because it was midnight when you guys went to bed, and yes, you got up early, but I don't know how long people would take. But anyway, you do hear what sounds like the 8 o'clock church bells. The large Catholic church that sits upon the hill, kind of close-ish to you, but really kind of in the middle of Old Town. It's not a cathedral, but like it's a nice building and
Nice Catholic church.
yeah, and it's a Catholic church. But you hear the bells going on, just letting you know kind of what time it is and what people are doing on a Sunday.
Great, let's go talk to Mr. Castro.
All right.
Okay.
So we'll make our way back up to the park ranger station, and we'll all go in.
So you head back in. He greets all of you.
Oh, wait. Before we go in,
Hmm.
do we want to play good cop, bad cop?
Well, if
Just
we
to-
do,
Just to see if he knows anything that he's not telling.
all right.
As I can
Yeah.
be scary.
Yeah, scary like a kitten. But yes, we'll have
Do you want to fight right now?
You hear the scratching of the door as Lori wants in.
And I'm like,
All right,
all
yeah.
right. I'm like, all right, children, quit playing around, and I just go and open the door.
Okay, you open the door. You hear the ding of the bell that you've heard now 4 times, and he greets you again. Strangely, that you're back, and as you all come in as well, he is curious.
And as we're walking in, I'll look over to Sammy and I'll give him a nod. But like, Mr. Castro, thank you so much for letting us borrow Lori. She was very useful, and I hope one night away from you was not too much of an inconvenience.
No, I think we're all right.
All right.
I got a question for you, Mr. Castro. Why could a human fit inside that grate down there?
No, I don't think so.
Why would your dog point there?
I don't know.
Is there a way to access behind the grate other than coming upstream for whatever is downstream of that?
I think there's not an easy way. Well, with the promenade being under construction,
Right.
you might
yeah.
have easy access over that direction. Those workers are dealing with the pipeline. You could potentially go in that way.
So that leads down to the promenade and kind of that area.
Yeah, they had to disassemble. The entrance over there, so
Okay.
you could go in that way. It's probably open.
Okay.
You sure you don't know anything else?
Roll to manipulate someone.
Can I flash my gun?
And
I need to. I can do it with tough if I do it with threat of violence.
Sure, you can do it with threat of violence. It's your. I mean, you can
does
talk.
his existence not have
hang
threat of
on.
violence?
What do you
Oh, yeah.
mean? Hang
Do I
on,
have-
you're
Well, I
interrupting
meant-
what he's doing. He's doing it.
Okay.
Well, do I
Go
have
ahead.
to? Hold on. Do I have to flash my gun to threaten violence?
Yeah,
Oh my.
you
I
can
don't
threaten
Or I can
violence.
just-
do that.
You could threaten violence. Say like basically you did not threaten violence. Unless you show your gun, you might have to say something that would threaten violence.
Okay.
Like I'll beat the crap out of you if you
Can
don't
I-
tell me what's going on.
While he's asking that, can I use my suspicious mind to see if he's lying?
Yeah, he hasn't been lying so far.
Okay. Well, I meant during. with
Yeah,
his
you
answer.
can listen and
Um,
yes.
You know, I've got a sandwich for you that you'd really, really enjoy if you didn't tell me everything that you know.
Yeah, threat of violence has been made. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll take your knuckle sandwich.
8.
All right.
Oh my god.
They'll. So what do you want him to do? You want to tell him anything he
Just
knows?
tell me everything you know.
All right. So he'll do it, but only if you do something for him
turn.
right now that shows you mean it.
Pop your knuckles.
No. Okay. So you're saying tell me everything he knows.
You asked me to.
Yeah, no, it's good. He will say, okay, no need for that. Look, I don't know what happened to the guy. I sent you guys up to the cabin, and you didn't find him. That sucks. That's terrible.
No, but we took care of what got him.
No, but it could be disassembled.
What do you mean by disassembled?
I didn't know if it belonged to him or not, but I did find a foot in the river last night.
Oh, last night. Okay.
I
I like pat him on the back. I appreciate you not lying. Thank you.
Have you reported this to the police?
Yeah, the protocol is slow,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
It's him. He's
but we didn't. I didn't. I was hoping that it wasn't him, but it could not be.
Did you think it was one of us?
No, this was before.
Before we got here.
Yeah.
What?
Did I think it was one of you guys? No. I saw you guys. No.
Did you?
It wasn't a very nice shoe.
When did he find that? Because
He found the foot before we got there. We
No, we
got
didn't.
there
He
like
said he found it
late
last night.
evening. He
Yeah.
found it.
Yeah, because you guys went there and then it was like sundown. Like it was the evening. when
Did you
guys went
find
there.
it before you sent us?
Mhm.
You
And
didn't tell us?
And why didn't you tell us?
Because it's not relevant information.
Hey, I'm missing somebody who lives up by the river, and I don't know where he is. Oh, I found and you're not gonna tell me you found a foot?
So he says.
I'm not gonna
Here's,
say anything.
here's what
'cause
he's
I
said to
agree.
you. He's gonna say,
Did you remove?
It
Do you
wasn't
have the
a-
foot?
"It wasn't a man's foot."
Oh.
What?
What type of foot was it?
If you do me one more favor, I'll show you the foot.
Okay.
If
Or
you-
I could charge you with obstruction of a police investigation.
There it is. Okay, cool. I was like, somebody say something. So he goes and he grabs this like, he goes and he grabs this like slipper, like a
Like a shoe.
like an evening shoe, like a slip-on evening, like
Okay.
like a flat shoe, yeah. And he like a ballet slipper, but like not for ballet, right?
Yeah.
Like a pretty slipper. And
like
and,
a women's slipper?
Yep. And
Okay.
in it is a woman's foot.
Casual.
And, yeah. And he it's in a bag,
Uh-huh.
and he just puts it on the table.
Okay. I have many questions for you, Mr. Castro, but beyond the obvious of why you didn't tell us that earlier, where exactly did you find this foot, and at what time did you find this foot?
I was. Well, I thought that it was strange last night when kind of outside, like I'm a park ranger, I'm listening to the wildlife. I thought it was strange that there was no wildlife sounds last night. I didn't hear any birds or anything, so I went out to investigate.
Really?
And I went over to the river because that's the only thing I really heard, and then
Right.
there it was, sitting there in the river.
So you were sitting in this cabin, and you realized there was no wildlife sound. You went outside, and you went to the river just X number of feet away.
I saw a
Just
shoe,
close.
and
Yeah.
I
Okay.
saw the foot, and then I came in here, and I figured I'd tell the police in the morning.
Why did you want to wait till the morning? Why didn't you want to ask them inform them right away?
I'll be completely honest. I was kind of scared. It was very, very scary. The no sounds and the animals. And when you don't hear animal sounds, it tends to be, well, you go inside, you lock the doors. Because it could be a bear, it could be a mountain lion. I didn't want to risk it.
Well, you must have ways of dealing with that type of wildlife.
I do. But somebody seemed to have taken my rifle up there. And there's a missing rifle.
So there was
yesterday.
was the rifle there yesterday
Um,
when we got there?
no, but it wasn't relevant.
Okay. Yeah. No. I know. So not only did you not report a woman's foot that you found yesterday, you also failed to report a burglary.
I could have misplaced my gun. I just want to be honest with you.
Okay.
I just don't know. To me, now it seems like there's a bigger
Henderson,
picture.
I thought you were bad at your job. This guy takes the cake.
I take care of animals and wildlife and make sure that people don't screw anything up. And I don't. This is new.
You
Okay.
lost a gun.
But so you said that you were going to wait until this morning to contact the police because you did not contact the police yesterday. And what was the time? Did you find the foot before or after we talked to you yesterday and took off to find Mr. Collier?
I found it
You
after.
said
You-
after
you-
in the night when the,
Oh, okay,
the same
sorry.
time you said the silence.
Gotcha. Okay, just making sure. So do you know roughly what time this wildlife stopped?
He gives
Yeah,
you a
that's fine.
rough estimate that it was around nightfall.
Okay, so about the same time then. Okay, gotcha. Just making sure. All right. Have you contacted the police yet this morning?
No, I was gonna wait until my dog was back here and that I could go.
Is
You guys had basically here's the vibe. Let me just because I'm not doing this very well.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Basically, he found a foot in the same time around the same time you experienced that dark, freaky moment.
Right.
And so he went out and grabbed a foot. And being a park ranger, he knows that the wildlife is probably potentially dangerous when the birds and animals are not making sounds. That's a pretty standard operating procedure.
Yeah,
so he went
yeah.
inside. He knew that you guys were out there, and so he just waited because you guys could have come back. And that was his whole thing. He said, "I'm
Okay.
going to stay here until you guys come back." And so basically, he's like, I misplaced my gun. That's not important. But as you're like, why couldn't you do that? He's like, well, I don't have my gun. And then you guys are, of course, piecing things together. He's not piecing anything together because he doesn't understand the
Right.
layer mystery.
I gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot more
Yeah,
sense.
no, it's not. It's not. He's not super shady. He's just
Okay.
not telling you everything because he's like, is it relevant? Is that
Right.
important information?
Okay.
Or like, I don't know. And he's just sort of giving you the bits piece by piece.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good.
well? Thanks.
All right, Mr. Castro, do you have a phone that I could use to contact the police, or a radio that I could contact the police so that we can maybe get another detective or two up here to kind of look to see if we can find any other body parts around the river?
I do have a radio.
Mm-hmm.
You could radio in if you'd like.
Okay. So I'm gonna use that. I'll get in contact with the police station. Just say, hey, we're at what's this reserve called again? I don't.
Harbor Nature Preserve.
Yeah, it's like
Harborview Nature Preserve, yeah.
yeah. Just hey, just inform them that we have found a woman's foot up here. Would appreciate some assistance for searching for more body parts.
You get a radio back that says, I'll take the guys who aren't on patrol and see if they can't help.
Okay. All right, Mr. Castro, thank you. I apologize for any hostility. It's been quite the night. Is there any other information that you can think of right now that you have not told us that would be relevant? Just any, not relevant, any additional information?
No.
Well, while they're doing that, I kind of turn to while they're continuing the interrogation, I turn to Catherine. I'm like, "Do you notice the trend that Zeke's gun is missing and this guy's gun is missing as well? Something is taking away people's defenses."
It's a good note.
What are we doing? Okay. I'll wait here for the police, I guess.
I will wait with you just so I can explain everything, and you three, unless there's some other reason, I think you guys should probably go and relax and get those wounds looked at and see what you guys can do.
Charlie's gonna stay because this is a news scoop for him, so he's gonna write it up for the paper.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I'm at. Come find me after you get all this settled, and we'll do some more looking.
All right.
I'll also say I'm at the Elwood house.
Okay.
So if anything else new happens, come find me.
I'm sure Grandma Elwood will love that you were out all night.
Yeah.
You're like excited for that. All right, so you guys wait. I'll just resolve this situation.
Uh-huh.
Police come. They start looking around. People get out there. He's like, okay, hey, why didn't you talk about Zeke? And he's like, well, Zeke's cabin is, it's out there and I took advantage of it. And, it's not like a great situation for them, but there's not like anything legal going on. It's just like, why didn't you tell about Zeke? He's like, well, I thought it was fine. Missing person is 24 hours and I'm doing everything by regulation.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, well, you could have. It's scary now. Your gun's missing. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I didn't know, and you guys are like, this is obvious, but also from his perspective, it's so not obvious. He's like, I don't understand anything that's going on here. Anyway, the police explain that they're going to look, and you're, giving kudos and lead on the case. If anything else arises, you're going to be notified. You get a few police and of course the ranger to give you some statements. You have a great write-up for a story. Missing man, missing woman, what's coming, who knows, and a great potentially headline news. As you're there on scene, you see, as you kind of walk up, as you kind of walk down the stairs, you see a few other reporters that are also from the the Gazette.
Yeah.
And do you say anything to them as they walk up?
As I walk past them, I go get a coffee, boys. This one's taken care of.
How'd you get here so fast? As you keep walking by, and he's like, I took a car. Like, it's just like, it's one of those moments, and you nod to the rookies that missed it.
I take one of their cabs that's waiting for them to come back.
There you
I
go.
take it back into town.
Take you back to the Gazette. You're looking for a change of clothes and all that stuff, so you go where you need to go. But that's the most of your morning. So Elwood House, let's do that. So you
Oh no.
get easily enough. You get ride back.
Yeah.
Easily enough you get a ride back, and you head on over to the Elwood House. You go up the stairs that you would, and you knock on the door, and the same familiar butler appears and says, "Hello."
Hello.
She's furious.
I figured.
Saturday night. I won't ask.
I wouldn't.
You're much older than you were, and you will do what you will do.
Where is she?
Oh, she's in the study,
Okay.
reading away her worries.
Okay. Well, I will go and talk to her then.
Butler's already my favorite character.
Butlers are. They just are.
Right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And then you see he like turns the other way, and then you see like the end, not like of a smack, but like so she sort of like, you could tell that somebody hit him, not like in a violent, like super violently, like it's not like a big bruise, but like it's like recently he was hit.
What's wrong with Ruth? Anyway, go ahead.
It's 1920s wealth. I'm
Wild.
not trying to be weird. I'm just trying to tell you that it's clearly he's the help. And so you go into the study room, and her back is to you. You see her up to, and her foot kind of like turned over her other, but you barely see the top end. But anyway, you see a book that's open, and she's just waiting as you kind of enter a large study room with a big desk and then a bunch of books around.
I'll just say, what are you reading?
And she just turns around. The book closes in that moment. She turns around and she goes, "Where have you been?"
I apologize, but can I manipulate?
You
her?
apologize.
Can I
And she grabs like
manipulate
a tissue and like that's just like ready, and she just like, and she's like, "Where? What were you doing?"
her? Can I manipulate her?
To do what? How? You were
I'm gonna
asking her to
lie to
do
her.
something, and then you have to give her, basically once you give them a reason, tell them what you want them to do. That's what manipulate someone means. So
can I lie to her and like have her like forgive me, or
you can
believe-
literally just lie to me right now, and we'll see how that plays out.
Great. I'm trying to remember what the son's Arthur. I went and saw Arthur.
And she goes, like her face like breaks, and she's no longer sad, and she goes, "You talked to Arthur?"
Yeah. We went to get coffee, and then we talked. And
Who drinks coffee at 10 o'clock at night?
Not at night, during the day.
Hey there.
No, we got coffee during the
Yes.
day, and then we continued to the evening and went to go dance for a while and get some drinks, and unfortunately lost track of time till the sun rose.
You must be so kind to take care of a man in mourning.
Yeah.
Yes. And she just goes, "Well, next time, tell me."
I apologize. I will.
A woman of espionage out of my own heart. And she goes, "I don't even know what this book's about."
Yes.
And just turns away, gets up, and goes, "Donovan, tea this time." And you
the time
just
before?
and you just hear, well, what are you assuming?
Whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Gin, maybe.
And
Bathtub gin.
Rum.
100%.
and so you
Some
are
maple
free to move
syrup
about the
rum.
house, free to do your own thing. She seemingly forgives you for your wicked lies.
I'll go probably rest now. after
Yeah,
so
yeah.
long.
You guys are. I mean, you're already cured of your harm, but yes,
Well, I'm not cured.
You're not
I still
cured?
have
Two.
Oh, you
We
only kill
do
one per rest?
Yeah.
Nice. That's a
So
great
I'm
rule.
gonna-
I love this game.
I'm gonna go rest
Let me
again.
make sure that.
Well, so the rest is a night's rest, and so
Okay,
you
so
can't
it
just
doesn't
like
matter.
you can't just like take.
Okay,
You can
well,
go get some like.
I'll go freshen up and like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go and take like. You can go and take. I thought you healed all of your harm.
So I'm just
I
looking at it. It
saw
says
two.
at the end of a mystery, if you have no chance to rest, heal one. If you have plenty of time, heal all.
Yeah, you will heal all.
Oh,
Like that was
okay.
the end of that scenario. So you have all of your
The end of a
healing.
mystery.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a mystery.
Oh, great.
We
Yeah, killing the
found a
monster. Killing
Right.
the monster and given time. That's the end. Okay, cool.
Well, I guess yeah. I mean, the mystery is like the larger story, and it's hard because we're doing like a campaign.
Yeah.
But like that was technically a monster of the week. You resolved
Mystery.
it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
The mystery is the man was probably murdered by that thing.
Yep.
Probably.
More likely than not.
I mean, like, really, are we so surprised?
No.
Not with you.
I don't like to give out like stick me or did it. Like that's not my DM style.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
Literally
anyway,
going on
so
the
yes,
fly.
you are able to freshen up and
Right.
change your clothes, take a bath, all those things. You head to the hotel, this fancy place in the Sinclair Promenade that is being developed. You head on over towards the newest edifice, and then, I think that's the right word, and go upstairs into the room.
Oh my god. Hello?
You're alone.
Oh. Did all that for nothing? Then I will take my clothes off
Yep.
and take a shower.
If this is a movie, your character's like the icon, the sex icon of this
Yeah.
movie. Like, it's like, forget the women. It's like, it's you.
You are the Zac Efron of this film.
Yeah.
Constantly shirtless.
yeah.
Yeah. But didn't we say he was like Henry Cavill, though?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know.
And then I'll take a nap.
Yeah. The nap ensues. All right. So at some point, you guys will do what it is you do, but it's a Sunday. So what do you do with the rest of your day, or when do you attempt to meet up, and how does that work for you guys?
So, since I was at the police, I was doing the investigation looking for more body parts. I'm going to check in with the chief, kind of give him an update on Mr. Collier's disappearance, be very vague, say, we went to go look, we did not find him, ended up staying at his cabin, followed his trail with his dog, found that, and he'll know about everything that happened in the morning, I assume. If it's a Sunday, I will contact him somehow.
Sure.
So, yeah, and then after that, I will go back and to my apartment or my dwelling wherever I'm living, and I will sleep for a while.
Yeah.
Since I stayed up all night watching your book.
So I'll say it's just when's it? In October. Okay, help me out, guys.
Yeah.
In October,
It's
when
right
does the
now.
sun go down?
Right now.
Yeah.
It's in calendar year. It is, what day is today? The 17th?
The 17th.
It's 4 days ago.
Wild. So I guess there's our recording date.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it's fine.
Who cares?
No one cares. I mean, I hope you care. I care. Help. Leave a comment of how much of a jerk I am.
It would be dark by like 7.
Poor Zane's gonna see you're a
Yeah.
jerk, you're a jerk, you're a jerk, you're a jerk, and you're gonna be like, "What happened? What did you do?"
It's dark by like 7:30.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
fairly early.
Yeah. So, but I'll say it's like 5-ish when you guys are like all wrapped up with your evening affairs. Nobody went to church. Nobody, did any sort of like crazy things during the day, unless you wanted to. But in which case, I just assumed that you guys kind of probably got your affairs in order, resolved all this stuff, kind of enjoyed the last little bit of your weekend, maybe a light read, trying to process all of the crazy shenanigans that you're experiencing.
The only thing that Charlie would probably do is to the noise that he made that the creature reacted to. He's going to see if he can find anything in his resources that matched with that sound, and see if he has an idea of what that creature would have been.
Okay. Man, I don't want to hide that behind a roll because it makes sense for you. I will say you don't know exactly. You don't have anything in your
In my personal
in your
resources.
personal stuff.
Yeah,
You like
okay.
you'd mentioned to me last session that you're more along the lines of a different side of the occult.
Yeah.
Which is great because you're learning, and it may be enticing for Charlie. So
Yeah.
as you kind of experience all of this, you do know that the Three Lanterns
Yep.
may provide some enlightenment.
Yeah.
But to go back there so early may be strange, maybe not. But
Oh,
it's your
Charlie wouldn't go on Sunday. He would rest because of everything that happened the day before and his ankle still being hurt. He's like, nah, I'm going to rest up before
Yeah.
I actually go anywhere and do anything.
But going through your research, you do understand, I will say, that this is an Eldritch affair.
Okay.
You're able to know that.
Yep.
You've only heard whispers, of the Eldritch affair, of that all that stuff, and now you have been made of that side of the occult. You are aware that that is now true. That is now truth to you, and it lives just beyond the veil.
Current veil of understanding.
Yes.
Gotcha. After a several-hour nap and another cup of coffee. What? I'm a detective. Coffees are What? Coffee is lifeblood. Coffee is great. I'm gonna go to Sammy's hotel, figure out what room he's in, and then knock on his door.
Yes, you do find that the person at the front desk says, "What did he do?" And you're like, "He didn't do anything."
I'm just
like,
an old friend.
and then anyway, you're sent up to the highest level of this building, and you find his room.
Hello?
Hey, Sammy, it's me.
It's like 5-ish.
Come on in.
I'll enter.
You enter. It is just Sammy in this space. His goons and gal have not returned.
Where's your group of thugs there, Sammy? Plus Lilith. Lilith's not a thug.
Don't know who you're talking about, but Frank and Tony and Lilith, I don't know. Having their day. They're their own people.
You give them days off?
Never.
No.
They
That's
just
what I thought.
they're scoping the place out. You know.
Okay. So what do you think about what everything that went down yesterday? I'm still wrapping my mind around it all.
Yeah, me too. I got a scar on my back that tells me it was real.
I never thought it wasn't real. I just don't know if what I saw was what I thought I saw.
Couldn't tell you. I don't. I've been in a lot of fights.
Yes, you have.
I haven't fought anything that could do that to me.
I saw a lot of stuff over in Europe. It's a whole different ball game. So what do you think about everything Thaddeus said? I mean, what... that just seemed weird. Was he talking to all of us at the same time? What was going on?
I don't know.
All right.
It's very odd.
What do you think about that centennial thing he was talking about? I mean, according to him, it's what, next Saturday?
Well,
That's when the world's going to end.
Yeah, I think we should have a conversation, the four of us. Now that I think you and I are more inclined to buy in to what he said after that fight last night. I'm not saying we bought in, but before that thing and after, I feel like we have a little bit of we should be able to talk about and maybe be like, is this actually a thing?
Yeah. Something more is going on other than the obvious. That is clear. What it is exactly, I don't know.
Me neither.
So, with you rubbing elbows with high society, even though you ain't high society, you want to see...
Never have been, never will be. I can pretend.
Do you want to try and get a hold of Catherine tonight, and I'll see if I can find out where Charlie lives?
Yeah, I can do my best. Where do you want to meet?
Where would be a good place for us to meet, Jade? Like some diner or something?
Yeah, I mean, you can find a diner. I think I said that there were...
You want to meet here and then go get dinner?
Yeah, meet down in the lobby, see if we can get... Let's see, it's about 5 o'clock right now. See if we can meet back around 6:30.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You get a dinner at 7.
Yeah.
So I think I mentioned a lot of locations.
We'll find it.
Probably
There's the Lighthouse Lodge, which was a popular soda shop
Okay.
in the business district,
Okay.
which is where you are.
Right. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
The Lighthouse Lodge.
Heard good things about the Lighthouse Lodge. You been there yet?
Not yet.
All right. You get Catherine, I'll get Charlie, and we'll see if we can figure out this mess.
I'll meet you there.
You guys are okay.
Yeah. So.
I mean, you're in the same room, and you're gonna
Yeah.
go meet somewhere.
Yeah. So we're.
Oh, no, we are going to go down together and then split and then meet back. at
Okay,
the
so
lodge.
what are you doing?
I forgot that I had that thing I needed to get for Ruth from the three lanterns, and I'll go
Yeah.
give it to her in the midst of that.
Okay, so eventually you give her this vial of potentially lethal substance,
Yeah.
and she takes it, and she's like, doing so well, and she walks away.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to say anything to her. But
Well, I was just gonna ask her, what are you gonna use that for?
It can't hurt to be prepared.
Wasn't there something that the guy told you to tell her as well?
Shoot.
There's still something I need to tell you also.
Do you want me to remind you, or do you want to be ignorant?
Well, it could be,
No, I didn't mean that rudely. I just meant like it's your choice.
Forgotten
Yeah,
about
there's a
after
lot of
everything
stuff
that's
that happened.
No, I
Yeah.
know.
I will say, you
Go
were
ahead and remind me, because I thought.
sure. Thaddeus meant you to say hi because they haven't talked in
Oh,
forever.
yes. Yeah. He also said hello.
Who?
Thaddeus.
Oh, I haven't talked to Thaddeus in ages. Is he still working there?
Yeah.
Gosh, what's it been? 30 years?
He. Interesting. Never mind.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Bye.
All
Anyway,
right.
so you guys reconvene. Charlie Stearns, what are you doing?
Probably he's in his like tiny apartment that he got for when he first got there. It's literally, if you like Eddie Valiant's apartment in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where it's like the bed and the closet and little kitchenette and stuff.
Really small.
Yeah, he's changing out of his clothes and the clothes that he got the blood on. He's just like, and just puts like the leg of it in the sink with hot water and baking soda to try and get the blood out, because he's unfortunately used to having to clean blood out of his own clothes.
Is that the best way to clean blood out of clothes?
As far as I'm aware, I don't know.
Okay. Just curious.
And I'm not at liberty to say no. And he just kind of settles in, and he went through his books and he found out what you were telling him. Like he confirmed that it matched up with Eldritch instances, and confirming that it's on that side of things. It's like, okay, new research needs to be done.
So as you're sitting there in your house, you get a knock on the door.
He just kind of looks over at the door. He stands up and faces it, holding his flashlight in his hand, and he's like, "Who is it?"
Hey, Charlie, it's me, Harry.
Oh, you're saying it's you?
Oh, was that not what you meant?
What did I mean?
Okay, sorry.
It can be you. You would remove whoever it was.
No, I'll let you go. You go. I feel like I stepped in prematurely. You
Hey,
go.
I'm letting you. Here's what's happening.
Yep.
You have put yourself in this situation. You are yelling that as you hear "Who is it?" on your way to the room, and you see there, standing in front of his room, a face you don't recognize, wearing the nicest suit you've ever seen. And we'll pick up there next time.
What?
See you in 2 weeks. We are having fun. Hope you are too. That was a nice little chill episode. No, it wasn't. We're all scared. We don't know what's going on. And stick around, and we might find out who the next monster of the week is. Peace.